Good evening, everyone. I can sense the excitement in the air, so we are going to begin the show. We have a lot of very excited students who have been working hard throughout the year, and we're looking forward to showing you kind of what we've been up to. Recently, we had a concert in February to showcase the 7th and 8th grade, but the 6th grade, who you see behind me in the gray shirts, have not had a performance since the holidays, so it's been quite a while. It's been a whirlwind of a year. I can't believe we're already in May, but here we are. So we're going to begin tonight's show with the Jazz Ensemble. These students, it's been a shift. In years past, we've been able to have the jazz band during the school day, and with some shift in some of the scheduling, we've moved it to the morning before school. So I want to thank these students in front of you for coming in early once a week to work on their jazz skills. And I want to thank the parents, especially, for making the time to bring the students to school before school. That is no small task. So we really appreciate that very much. Yeah, that does deserve a round of applause, Grace Kennedy. It is no small feat being successful in music. To do it right requires lots of dedication. It requires every single day coming into the classroom and being our best and being a member of the team and allowing the people that need to work the chance to work. And then when it's our turn to do the work, really digging in and making it happen. It requires at-home practice outside of the school day to really maximize our skills. And so that's what we're aiming for, and we hope that we will see the fruits of that tonight. So again, thank you for joining us. We're going to begin with our jazz ensemble, and we're going to take away the show. saxophone. Okay, and now we are going to finish up with a rendition of the famous song On Broadway. we do have a few students who don't have the music. We're going to see if you can guess who they are. I think they're going to cover it really well, and nobody, you're not supposed to give it away, and nobody will know who it is. All right, so here we go, on Broadway. So I had the very good fortune to get to watch the 5th grade band, the incoming 6th grade band. They had their concert just last week over at Memorial, and they sounded great. But it reminded me of last year when I saw these kids for the first time, and you know, having band every day has been a great thing. I've enjoyed working with these guys and seeing the growth that they have made, and I'm looking forward to next year being even better. But they're on the path, and we hope you enjoy their work. We're going to do 4 songs since it's been a little time since they've gotten to play, and I think they really enjoy the first one. It's a programmatic piece called Stormchasing. Programmatic means it tells a story, so see if you can kind of guess what that story is about. So we are also, on top of many other things we are very fortunate to have an excellent summer band program here in the Mentor Schools that we offer every summer, and we're very lucky that this summer it's going to be happening at Memorial Middle School. So to tell you more about the summer band program and summer music program in general, would you please welcome to the stage Mr. Tim Yole.
Excuse me. You know, when I was at Memorial a long time ago, before you were born, I want you to know that I never had a 6th grade band, but I had 7th grade bands, kids that had been playing for a short time. And I remember going over and directing 6th grade bands and having 6th grade summer bands, and none of them sounded as good as you guys. Aren't they great? I like that last song. That was fun. So I want to know from you, I know there's somebody out there that was in summer band with me. If you were in summer band with me, stand up. There's a few people out there too. So the reason we started summer band in 1973, this is my 44th year, was because at Hopkins, a little girl forgot her clarinet, or had her clarinet when she came back to school on the first day. And we were sitting in our little class in the little room off the principal's office at Hopkins, and I said, "Get your instruments up." And she just sat there. The other 2 girls got their instruments up, and I said, "Get your instrument out." So she opens the case and she looks at me. I said, "What's the problem?" She said, "I forgot how to put it together." So I said, you know, we need to do something to have fun, keep in shape over the summer. So we started summer band. And it's kind of turned into this wonderful thing where we just have a lot of fun, right? If you were in summer band, stand up. What was your favorite part of summer band last summer?
Kickball. Kickball. The party at the end of the year.
The activities with your instrument.
You know, we really play some good music too. I always try to have fun music, sort of like that last song, Talons. I mean, I've already got the music picked out for this summer. I've already bought the candy canes, and I've already bought a whole bunch of prizes, and I've got the popsicles in my freezer in the basement. Summer band is the best time of year for us, for them, and it's a time for you to relax and not have to say, "I haven't heard you play your instrument this summer," so that they don't forget how to put it together, so that they do have fun playing their instrument. Keep your investment going. Have them join summer band. There are forms out there on the hall. It says summer band on top. Get them in. We start on May 30th. That's the earliest I've ever started. And it goes for 5 weeks, and if you miss a day, it's okay. And the best part for you is it's right down the street at Memorial. It's at your school. I love it. See you then. And if you were in summer band, you're sitting way back there, I want you to come up and remind me, because I know you've changed. I haven't.
right, our 7th graders and I have known each other for now 2 years, and I hope they've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed working with them. They challenged me to be a better teacher, and I hear a lot of really excellent musicianship in this ensemble, so I'm very proud of the players in this class. One of the things that a concert is important for is not only performing for the audience, but also the opportunity to be a good audience. And so one of the things I want to remind our students is that we want to make sure that we are following excellent concert etiquette, meaning that we do not talk when the performance is going on and we give the performance our undivided attention. It's really good practice in a formal concert setting, so we love that this is an opportunity for that to happen. We're going to continue with our second celebration of the night, this time not Slavic celebration, but Cascadia celebration. Typically, each year we present some awards to 8th grade outgoing students for excellence in the groups. I wanted to recognize a few students in the 7th grade band this year as well, because like every single day I would come into the afternoon classes after traveling to the high school, and the chairs would be nicely set, and there was a lot of ownership over making sure that we had a band room that was ready for us in the afternoons each and every day, and it was really self-led, self-motivated, and it lasted like all year long. So I wanted to recognize right now the following students for a service award to our Mentor Memorial Middle School bands. I'd like to recognize now Ashley Cooper. Ellie Clark. Lexi Mason. And Hannah Burke. Okay, speaking of things we are fortunate to have, we have an amazing parent booster organization who supports all of our bands, grades 5 through 12. And the name of that group is Music Mentors. So we wanted to introduce you to the president of Music Mentors, Mrs. Arslanian.
Good evening, everyone. As Mr. McMurtry said, my name is Angie Arslanian, and I am the president of Music Mentors. I will be completing my first year as president. And we just want to, welcome you on behalf of all the band programs here in the Mentor District. Last week, the high school had their spring concert, and we were able to honor 11 scholarships to 11 of our graduating seniors. It's one of the most exciting things that we do for our kids. I mean, we do all kinds of things, but that, is the culmination of everything for the year for the seniors. And again, fortunate enough for 11 scholarships, and that was wonderful efforts of all of us. A quote from one of our scholarship essays. I will never forget the day Mr. Premba came to Ridge Middle School to talk to the 8th grade about joining marching band next season. I was instantly hooked. Freshman year is a year I will never forget. I made lifelong friends that I'll never forget, and I had more fun than I'd ever thought I'd have. I idolized the leaders and the upperclassmen that helped me improve my skills and wanted to continue their legacy. The FCMB has taught me everything I know about teamwork and leadership. That's just a brief synopsis of what all of our music programs here do. The experiences and the opportunities that you have, here at the school will be among some of the best and most memorable things that you'll have, when you look back at your high school years. Not only are the experiences wonderful, but participating in music, it just makes people happy, gives them joy. It's proven to show that it gives you improved grades and test scores. But most importantly, it gets you involved at the high school. You make instant friends, and then on your first day of school, all your friends from marching band, and that's going to be from freshmen all the way up to seniors, are going to be saying hi to you in the hallways on the first day of school, which does help the ease of the stress of the new surroundings. So it's a great way to make new friends to participate in marching band. Not only do we have marching band, but we have jazz band, wind ensemble. We have symphonic orchestra, pit orchestra for theater, several different opportunities for the kids to stay involved in the music program. Mr. McMurtry is just one of the directors here at the middle school, and he, along with the rest, are giving you such a phenomenal start, so we want you all to continue with your love for music. For parents, it's just as awesome for you to get involved with us, not only at the middle school levels, but at the high school levels. All of the kids in the music program, they're just wonderful. They're the cream of the crop. They work so hard. For band, it's a pleasure to serve them and the directors for marching band season. But not only do we do that, we do tag day fundraisers. We help and participate in Dine to Donates. Last year during band camp, we fed 260 kids. During band camp, we chaperone, we dress them. We accompany them on trips like Cedar Point. Every 4 years they go to Disney. As everybody knows, we just came back. But there's just, again, so many ways to be involved here at the Mentor High School in the band program, and we are very blessed to have all these musical opportunities. So we encourage all the involvement that you can, and you get to see firsthand how well these kids grow, not only socially, musically, but just in their friendships with each other. Our website is www.musicmentors.org. It's the most vital part of communication when you get to the high school level in band. So we encourage that any of the 8th grade parents and students that are going to be participating in marching band, which we hope is a number of you, that you do visit that website because you're going to get a ton of information there. You will be seeing some changes coming up because we are in the middle of a transition from one host to another host. And there will be a subscription for a weekly newsletter. If it does not allow you to sign up for the subscription right now because we're in the transition, we will make sure the kids have that information before the end of school. Lastly, where are the 8th graders? All right, right there. So how many of you are thinking about doing the Fighting Colonel Marching Band? Awesome. We had a large group of freshmen last year, and we want to continue the amount of freshmen that we have because it continues the growth in the band overall. This, again, is going to be one of the first opportunities that you guys have to get involved at the high school. We are already planning and getting things ready for the marching band, and you will instantly be a part of the band family, you and your families. You'll see someone just about everywhere you go, thanks to the FCNB, and we are definitely looking forward to seeing all of the 8th graders hopefully participating and taking the field for the first time with the Fighting Cardinal Marching Band. Just so you know, your first summer reading session for marching band is May 31st, so put that on the calendar. It's from 6 to 8. Other than that, again, I want to welcome you all, tell you guys to finish the year strong and have a great summer, and everybody enjoy the concert.
So I want to remind our friends from the 6th and 7th grade bands that are in the audience right now that we expect you watching, and we're listening, and we're respecting all the work that all of the bands, including the 8th grade band, is doing. Okay? So that means we're not going to be talking during the performance. Yes? Okay, thank you. All right, that goes fast. So this weekend we have a contest performance by both the 7th and 8th grade bands. We are hosting the District 7 Ohio Music Education Association Middle School, Junior High Large Group Adjudicated Event. That is a very long name for what means basically a bunch of bands from Lake Geauga and Cuyahoga County get together. They get to play for an adjudicator panel, 3 judges, who will give feedback to the students on their performance. On Friday night, we have the 8th grade band performing, and information went home to parents a few times, so hopefully you got that information and the times and so forth. And the 7th grade will be performing on Saturday morning. The performance is about 20-25 minutes. We would love to have an audience right in here and watch. And then once they're done playing, they can go home. So it's a very quick performance that way. Really enjoyed working with the students and seeing their growth this year. I can't believe we're in May already, and look forward to many of our students continuing their music at the high school and through summer band this summer. So I encourage those things wholeheartedly. The first marching band practice is the reading session. It's the first Wednesday in June. It is not the last Wednesday in May. That was an adjustment that was made pretty recently. So there is a calendar coming out very soon if you've not already seen it. We did give it to the 8th graders, but we'll make sure they get another copy. And those rehearsals in June in the Wednesday nights are simply a reading of some music. So it's a couple hours in the evening on Wednesday, and we just play music, get to know one another. And it's a really great rehearsal. So if the students are unsure about whether they want to do the marching band piece of high school band, that's a great couple of rehearsals to come to, meet some kids, and make a decision with a little more information. So I highly recommend those, even if they're still on the fence about marching band. Wanted to recognize some of our outstanding students in this group as well. One student who has done a great job of just having a lot of initiative and handling our attendance on a regular basis is a student who's done it for 2 years now, I believe, right, Kate? Yeah, and she's done just a great job. Kate Lowry, I'd like to recognize you with a service award for 8th grade. We have 2 awards that have traditionally been given at the end of the 8th grade, or I think way back when, 9th grade year. Recognize Outstanding Student in Jazz, as well as the Director's Award for Band. These awards have a plaque that hangs in the Memorial Band Room that the names are added to each year. We had a small jazz ensemble this year, but a group that really worked well and worked hard and I thought encouraged one another to do good things. And one student stood out. You heard a solo by this young lady this evening. I'd like to recognize Julie Beardsley, our Outstanding Jazz Musician of the Year. And our Director's Award for Band goes to a student who exemplifies the musicianship that we look for from an outstanding band member, but also the dedication, the practice time, the leadership skills, really just the whole all-round package. And this year, I'd like to recognize Olivia Kozlowski with that award. And that is no small feat. There is a lot of very, very outstanding and deserving students. So it's been a pleasure to work with them. We're going to play one more song this evening. After we finish the piece, our students we're going to let them get up first if we could and go get their instrument cases, and that will let them all get to you as quickly as possible and get on your way. Have a great evening. Thanks again for letting us have your students all year and for joining us tonight. Thank you again.